Good morning, children. How are all of you today? I hope you are staying at home and following all the procedures to stay safe. Now, let's have a look at the solutions to the practice exercises that were given in the last session. In the first exercise, you had to identify the verb and the object of the verb from the given sentences. Here are the answers. The first one, the doctor is taking care of Susan. Here, is taking is the verb, but Susan is not the direct object. Also, care is not an object. Hence, in this sentence, there is no direct object of the verb. Next one. The teacher is teaching Sam. Verb is teaching. Object of the verb Sam. Next one. Jim is writing a letter. Verb is writing. Object of the verb a letter. Next. I am preparing a design. Verb am preparing. Object of the verb a design. Next. Jack is doing the assignment. Verb is doing. Object of the verb the assignment. Next. Jenny is preparing the meal. Verb is preparing. Object of the verb the meal. Next. The poet is writing a poem. Verb is writing. Object of the verb a poem. We are traveling to the hills. Verb are traveling, but the hills is not the direct object of the verb. Hence, in this sentence, there is no direct object of the verb. Let's do the next exercise. In this exercise, rewrite the following in possessive form. Here are the answers. First one. The toys of the children. Answer. The children's toys. Next. The pencil case of Richard. Richard's pencil case. Next. The rings belonging to Julia. Julia's rings. Next, the niece of Martin. Martin's niece. Next, the room belonging to men. The men's room. Next, this car belongs to James. This is James' car. Next, that money belongs to my mother. That is my mother's money. The last one, those magazines belong to Henry. Those are Henry's magazines. I hope you were able to do both these exercises. Now, let's move ahead with our session. Today, we are going to learn dative case and vocative case. Let's begin with dative case. The dative case is used to show the indirect object of a verb. It shows a noun's relationship to other words in the sentence. An indirect object is the recipient of a direct object. For example, he gave an assignment to Raj. Here, gave is the verb. Gave what? An assignment. Hence, an assignment is the direct object. Gave assignment to whom? Answer, Raj. Hence, Raj is the indirect object of the verb give. Take a look at the given examples. We gave a bone to our dog. Here, we is the subject and gave is the verb. When we ask gave what, we get the answer a bone. Hence, a bone is the direct object of the verb gave. Now, when we ask who received the bone, the answer is our dog. Hence, our dog becomes the indirect object of the verb gave. The same example can be written like this. We gave our dog a bone. Indirect object is the beneficiary of whatever happens in a sentence. It means a noun that occurs in addition to a direct object. We can find the indirect object by finding the direct object and then asking who or what received it. Or we can find the indirect object by finding the verb and asking to whom, to what, for whom, or for what. Let's take an example to understand this better. Meera passed her father the parcel. Here, passed is the verb. Passed what? The answer is the parcel. So, the parcel is the direct object of the verb passed. When we ask the question, who received the parcel, we get the answer, her father. So, her father is the indirect object. Now, if we ask the question, passed to whom, we get the same answer, her father. Look at the example given here. He gave the pirate a chance. Here, gave is the verb. Gave what? Answer, a chance. Hence, a chance is the direct object of the verb. Who received a chance? Answer, the pirate. Hence, the pirate is the indirect object. Let's remember not to get confused about the subject, the direct object, and indirect object. When we ask the question who to the verb, we get the subject. When we ask whom or what to the verb, we get the direct object. Asking to whom or to what or for whom or for what, we get the indirect object. Here are a few sentences to understand this better. The first one. Ram arrived. Who arrived? Answer: Ram. Hence, Ram is the subject of the verb arrived. Julie called her father. Here, called is the verb. Who called? Answer: Julie. Hence, Julie is the subject of the verb. Called whom? Her father. Hence, her father is the direct object of the verb called. Anil gave the postman a letter. Here, gave is the verb. Who gave? Answer: Anil gave. Hence, Anil is the subject of the verb. Gave what? Answer: a letter. Hence, a letter is the direct object of the verb. Who received the letter or gave to whom? Answer: the postman. Hence, the postman is the indirect object of the verb. I hope this was simple enough to understand. We move to the last noun case, that is vocative case. The name vocative comes from the Latin word voco, meaning to call. A noun is said to be in vocative case if it is used to address someone directly. It is used to call or to get the attention of a person or persons. For example, Mr. Shah, the students are waiting for you. Son, you must be careful. Honey, are you coming with me? Here, Mr. Shah, son, and honey are being addressed directly. Take a look at this example. I know your sister, John. Here, John is being addressed directly. The name is separated from the rest of the sentence with a comma. John is the noun in vocative case. Here are a few key points about vocative case. When somebody is being spoken to directly, his or her name must be separated from the rest of the sentence with a comma. Vocative case is used most frequently with proper nouns. Vocative noun is not the subject of the sentence. For example, Anita went to the mall with me. Here, went is the verb and Anita is the subject of the verb. Take a look at the next example. Anita, do you want to go to the mall with me? Here, Anita is addressed directly. She is being spoken to. She is not the subject. The imperative form is often used with a vocative. For example, Harry, come here. You should speak to a doctor. Peter. Tony, please pass me the hammer. A vocative is frequently used with interrogative form also. For example, have you seen Maya recently, Usha? Tom, are you leaving? Here, Usha and Tom are being questioned directly. Take a look at this example. Well done, Lily. Here, Lily is separated from the rest of the sentence with a comma and she is addressed directly. Hence, Lily is the noun in vocative case. Let's remember a few points. If the noun of direct address comes at the beginning of the sentence, put a comma after it. For example, David, I am talking to you. Next one. If the noun comes at the end of the sentence, put a comma before it. For example, I am talking to you, David. Next one. If the noun comes in the middle of the sentence, put commas around it. For example, yes, David, I am talking to you. The vocative case can also be used with common nouns. For example, sit straight, boy, or stop crying, child. Next one. Animals can also be addressed directly. For example, Snoopy, fetch the stick like a good dog. Next one. A name is not a conjunction that can join two sentences. For example, thank you so much, Tim. I don't know what I'd do without you. This is a wrong sentence. We should write, thank you so much, Tim, full stop. I don't know what I'd do without you. Or, thank you so much, full stop. Tim, I don't know what I'd do without you. I hope this was simple enough to understand. To do a quick recap, in this chapter, we covered nominative case, objective case, possessive case, dative case, and vocative case. Let's do some practice exercises. Here is an exercise for finding the indirect object from the sentences. The solutions are given. In this exercise, you have to find the vocative nouns from the sentences. The solutions are given. This concludes our lesson. I hope these sessions were simple and interesting. Thank you for your support. Till we meet again, have a great day.